In today's video, we are talking about one of the most underrated islands in Greece, and it is none other than our girl Paros. If you're new here, hi, my name is Brianne, and we are going through an adventure through my 2025 travels. And this week, we are really leaning into all things Greece. Now, Paros is that like undercover girl who, if you know about like how dope she is, but if you don't, you're gonna skip over her and go to the islands like Mykonos, like Santorini. You're of course gonna hit Athens. But if you are someone who is not necessarily going to Greece for the rah-rah or going for the party scene or going for the uns music, but you want that charm and you want to experience the beauty of Paros or of Greece, then Paros is your girl. So we spent 4 days in Paros and ended up deciding on Nausa as the city or village that we decided to get the Airbnb in. There were a lot of different places. I think Marpisa was one, Nausa was another. I'm blanking on where the port was, where the ferry flew, where the ferry docked, but that was another area that we were considering as well. But for us, it was a matter of, hey, if we're gonna come to Paros and we want to be able to experience as much as possible on foot, but also truly like feel the charm of the island, then that is the reason that we chose Nausa. So let's go over 5 reasons why I do believe that Paros is one of the most underrated islands in Greece. The first one being, it is small enough where you can rent a car and go to Lefkes, which is one of the local villages. You can also go to Kostos, which is another one of the local villages, and literally just park your car. Like there was a day where we rented a car for a day, literally parked our cars by this goat farm overlooking like this whitewashed these whitewashed buildings with blue doors and like just a whole entire field of goats. And if you looked further, you could then see like the other little villages. And then if you look even further, you could see the ocean. It was just like such a picturesque experience that probably would have cost, I don't even want to think about how much more it would have cost in Mykonos. But the first thing is that you can see so many different like villages that have their own cute little personality, and there's actually a ton of locals that live in Paros, which is nice. So that is the first big reason as to why you should focus on Paros. The second one is the food. The food in Paros, especially if you are a seafood girly, the food in Paros is delectable. And it's honestly not that expensive at all. We ate at like a good, I will say we ate at like some more like pricier areas where it was like right off of the water and definitely one of the more touristy areas. But we also ate in one of the more local areas, Lefkes, and the food was just insane. I think Greek food is amazing, and I think we only had like 1 or 2 gyros, but the seafood, it's literally fresh. Nausa is one of those parts of the island where they're bringing in fish, octopus, like every hour on the hour. And so everything that's coming to you is fresh out of the ocean. Loved that. The second big thing is their beaches. They have some beautiful beaches in Paros, and not only in Paros, but you can actually take a ferry. There's tons of ferries where if you just want to get from point A to point B, meaning from Paros to Antiparos, for example, you can take that super, super cheap. Or you can do what we did. We took a full day excursion where they took us to a couple beaches in Antiparos as well as Paros itself. And so that was really cool because you literally got to be like, oh my God, we're coming up on this beautiful like turquoise blue batch of water. We would dive in, enjoy the water, get back in, and then go to the coast, swim. Like there was one part where in Antiparos we swam to the beach, like from the boat. It wasn't that long of a swim, but it was like if you couldn't swim, you needed a life jacket and a noodle. But once we got there, they were grilling and we had lunch there, and it was just so serene. Like there were so many moments when I was going back through my DJI footage and I just kept hearing myself saying, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is stunning. Oh my God. And it's just, it is one of those places where you're like, it's a very pinch me moment for the beaches. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the walkability, especially if you were staying in a city like, or in a village like Nausa. It is like, think of what you can imagine with Santorini, I guess, like with the cobblestones, the whitewashed buildings, the blue doors, the vibrant pink flowers. Like think of all of that, but flat. So of course, like do not go with your heels because you will play yourself and be looking silly. But it is one of those cities where if you go during the day and you just want to get pictures or you just want to enjoy lunch, you can do that. But what we really enjoyed, because it was so hot during the day, we would be like on the beach during the day. And then nighttime, we would grab something to eat in like downtown Nausa, walk through the city, stumble upon, you know, a bar or a club where they're playing hip hop music, and then just go dance a little bit and then go on to the next scene. So it's a lot of fun. I actually wore Tevas for a good amount of the trip. It was my first time wearing Tevas. It will not be my last, but yeah, you just need a pair of cute flats and keep it pushing. The third thing, what am I on? 4? The fourth thing about Nausa is it is not one of those islands where you have to feel like super posh and like prim and proper. It is very laid back. You're with like majority locals. Of course, like you'll have your more touristy populated areas, but it is definitely a place where like you don't have to feel like you need to beat your face every day. Like if you want to put on some concealer, put on some blush, keep it pushing. It is also, I mentioned this in the last video, but it's not somewhere where you're going to see a lot of Black people. I remember every day we were like, did y'all see any Black people today? We'd be like, oh yeah, we saw that couple in the corner, like in the back of the bar, but that was it. And so be prepared. Like it's definitely go with your girls. I definitely do not recommend Paros for going solo. Not that it's not safe. It's just, I don't know. You are navigating a place where you will likely be an only, and I just think that it's a much more enjoyable place when you at least like have your girls with you. So that's the 4th reason. The 5th reason that I would recommend Paros is just, it is a place where you can like literally just relax. Like you want to go read your book in peace, no unts, like just have a cocktail, a mocktail, a glass of water in hand, and then watch the sunset and read your book. Like you can do that. I think when we were in Mykonos, for example, you are going to have to tune out a lot of noise depending on the beach. Like with the majority of the parts of Mykonos, like it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. Paros is very peaceful. It's very cutesy. It gives like all of the charm of Greece and truly feels like you are getting that local experience. So if you have any questions about Paros, let me know. I did document all of the restaurants that we ate at. So if you are looking for recommendations, happy to share places I recommend skipping. I don't think I have the name of the rental car company because we literally, like we got there and we kept passing by like a ton of rental car companies. And like on the second day, we were like, let's just go explore the entire island. Like, why not? Like we can get a car early in the morning, bring it back after the sun sets, which is exactly what we did. Gas was super cheap. Yeah, but if there's any questions you have around the experience, happy to share any of that in the comments. But otherwise, I will see you in tomorrow's video where we're gonna get into our girl Mykonos because I have a lot to say about her. So until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day.